Hello and welcome to the JLD driver training video on how to uncouple and recouple a trailer for your C+E 3A test. The procedure that our fabulous instructor Gabby is going to be demonstrating for you today is the split couple procedure, but please do be aware that there are other methods depending on the combination of the tractor unit and the trailer that you'll be using. We do know that the 3A procedure in black and white can seem slightly daunting, hence why we created this video to ease your mind before you actually come and do the training with us. So, first thing is to dismount the cab. Please make sure you're using the 3 points of contact and remember to bring your gloves. The examiner will ask you to separate the tractor unit from the trailer. Leave the trailer safe and then park the tractor unit to the side of the trailer. Safety is of paramount importance, so the first thing you need to do is apply the trailer brake. The brake will be located in different locations depending on the trailer. Your instructor will show you where it is. If you're training with JLD and are using our trusty blue Denison, this is where the brake will be located for you. As you walk back of the trailer, be sure to unclip the number plate and take it with you. Removing the number plate could be at a slightly different point depending on which trailer you are using. Next up is lowering the trailer legs. You do this by releasing the handle from its clip and winding the legs down. To do this, wind the handle towards the back of the trailer, as you can see Gabby doing here. Stop when the legs are just touching the ground, and then go back one turn and re-stow the handle. Next up is to undo the dog clip, then release the kingpin from the fifth wheel. Here is Gabby undoing the dog clip before releasing the kingpin. Do this by pulling the kingpin lever back towards you and to the right so it locks in place. Next step is to climb back into the cab to restart the engine and move the cab forward so the side reflector is in line with the bulkhead of the trailer. Remember, take off your gloves and make sure you are still using the 3 points of contact to climb up into the cab. Once you're back in the cab, restart the engine and carry out your mirror checks and over-the-shoulder blind spot check. Remember that the examiner will need to see you do this, so make it obvious. You can then move the cab forward so that the side reflector is in line with the bulkhead of the trailer, around about 1 metre. The reason we move forward slightly is to give ourselves the room in between the back of the cab and the bulkhead of the trailer to disconnect the electrics and air lines. Once making sure the handbrake's on, it's in neutral and the engine is turned off, you can then exit the cab. Grab your gloves and walk round the front of the cab to the near side of the vehicle. Push the wind deflector in, then pull the cable down to release the step. Using 3 points of contact, climb up to the area behind the cab to remove the air lines. Start with the cables nearest to you and work away from yourself. Some cables just pull out and others are secured by a clip. The air lines have a collar on them. Twist the collar so the knobble and notch lines up and then either pull or push the collar depending on which line you're using. Stow each cable in the pots provided or over the chassis of the cab. Climb back down using your 3 points of contact and place the step back in the stowed position. Walk back around the front of the vehicle and climb back into the cab and turn on the engine. Whenever we do anything with the airlines, the next step is to always either lower or raise the suspension. Taking the airlines off, which we've just done, we now need to lower the suspension. Pick up the device located on the right-hand side of the seat, as Gabby's just done. To lower the suspension, press the right arrow twice and down arrow once. The arrow will start to flash, and when it stops flashing, the suspension is lowered. You can then restow the device. You are now ready to drive forward and then reverse the cab alongside the trailer. Again, as Gabby is doing here, make sure the mirror and over-the-shoulder blind spot checks are being done and also made very obvious. Remember, the examiner is watching you. You can then drive forward and reverse alongside the trailer. Remember, there's no major rush with this. Take your time to allow for accuracy. Our recording is slightly sped up just for the sake of the video. Once complete, you can turn off the engine and exit the cab using your 3 points of contact. Remember to bring your gloves for this next part. The examiner will then say something like, "I want you to treat this as a trailer you've never seen before and couple up to it, making sure it is safe and legal to take on the road." Thinking of safety first, we have to check the trailer brake is on. To do this, push in the brake so it's released and then pull out to reapply the brake. Next, we check the kingpin is not bent and will engage the fifth wheel. You then check the pins on the electrical sockets to ensure they're not missing or bent. If there is a problem, you won't be able to connect to the trailer and then the trailer will not be able to be used. If we're happy all is good, we can then begin the trailer check. As you walk around the trailer, check to make sure that all the straps are tight. Make sure this is checked thoroughly, as Gabby is doing here. You also need to make sure there's no loose bodywork, all the reflectors are in good order, mudguards are secure, tyres have good tread with no cuts or bulges, and the wheel nuts are secure and tight as well. Once you reach the rear of the trailer, check the light fittings aren't broken and that the rear doors close securely with locks in place. You can then walk around the other side of the trailer, carrying out the same checks. When you're happy with the trailer, you can climb back into the cab, start the engine and complete your mirror and blind spot checks once again. Now drive forward to position the cab in line with the trailer. Once in position, reverse back, stopping just before the mudguards go under the trailer. Leave the engine running, climb out of the cab and do a visual check to ensure the cab is going to go under the trailer without causing any damage and that the kingpin is in line to connect with the fifth wheel. If you're happy, climb back into the cab and reverse so the side reflector is again in line with the trailer bulkhead. Once complete, turn off the engine and climb out of the cab. Grab your gloves and return round to the step and lower it. You can then start reconnecting the electrical and air lines, making sure they are secure. The lines with a collar need to have the collar twisted half a turn so the knobble and notch are not in line. It is easier to start with the lines furthest away from you and work back toward you. When all the lines have been connected, climb down and stay the step, making sure it is secure. Pull the wind deflector back out, walk back towards the driver's side and climb back into the cab. Remembering that after we do anything with the airlines, the next step is always suspension. Press the button on the dashboard once, give a little throttle and wait for the warning light on the dashboard to go out. The suspension is now raised. After completing your mirror and blind spot checks once again, you can now reverse the cab back under the trailer until the fifth wheel engages with the kingpin. Next, you can do the 2 tugs forward to ensure safe connection between the cab and trailer. You can then turn off the engine and turn on the lights and hazards. This is done so that as we walk around the trailer to complete the coupling procedure, we check all the lights and indicators are working. You can then climb down from the cab, not forgetting your gloves. We can now replace the dog clip. Once this is done, we walk to the back of the trailer to attach the number plate, remembering to check our lights and indicators as we go. Here, Gabby is adding the number plate onto the back of the trailer and doing the final secure checks. From here, we move to our trailer legs. To wind the legs up into their travelling position, you need to wind the handle towards the front of the trailer. Replace the handle, making sure it is secure. We then need to release the trailer brake. Finally, you can ask the examiner if they will help you to check your brake lights and also would he like you to do a rolling brake check. As you can see, we've got Gabby and our helpful instructor Nick acting as the examiner, so he is going to help check the brakes. In this scenario, Gabby will perform a rolling brake check for the sake of the video. Once this has been completed, you can safely turn off the engine and dismount the cab, and that will be your 3A test complete. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we do hope this helps in preparation before you come to train with JLD.